Hello. How is everyone doing? Okay. Some people are doing good. How about others? One says he's good. So I'm trying to join with my other device. Yeah. I hope you are all ready to say it for some more push-ups for this week. Right? Hello? Why are people silent?
We ready.
We can hear you. We are just silent.
The more silent you become, the more push-ups we do. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks everyone again for tuning in. So last time, who can tell us just a brief of what they learned the last sessions, the last 3 sessions, anything that they learned. But don't lie, just tell us what you truly learned. Anyone? Any volunteer? Anyone? Or I randomly pick someone. Okay, I'm going to pick someone. Let me see. Kamanzi Eve. Kamanzi. Kamanzi is not around. Okay, Nadine. For those who are not around, I'll report you.
Greetings, sir. For me, actually, I was just telling Fabrice that I'm kinda lost behind because we started this session of SQL when I was not having access to PC, but I was just following how we are practicing.
Yeah, you can tell us anything, like even like anything.
Yeah, I can start maybe. Hello everyone. My name is Bobo.
Yes.
Last week, we started with the SQL. The installation. We installed a software called MySQL. After installing SQL, we installed another software called VS Code. And after installing VS Code, we tried to add some extension, like database extension, to allow us to access the database via VS Code. That is a text editor, and we learned some basic operation like accessing the database, creating a connection. After creating a connection with with the database, you have to create a database using the create a database. If and the teacher told us that sometimes the database can be available, so you have to do something called create if not exist in the database, and then we learn how to select, and we learn some functions while selecting. Function like count, sum, average, and round, and or some other functions. And we've learned as well some operation like group by that can help you to group your select result by a particular column. And we also have some order by, and we also did some exercise using the having and the having um, um, the having function. Yes, I don't know if someone else can add more. Yeah, thank you.
Wow. Excellent summary. Who else? That's very good. I already owe you a certificate. Tables, and then the case, it's a statement that labels those results. We'll look more into that. But first, we're going to look into joining. Okay? So today we're going to learn how to combine two tables with join. Then after that, we'll select across the join tables. So we have one table from two tables. Then learn different types of join. One of the most common is called a left. It's called a left join. Okay. Then after that, we create the labels from that table using a case statement. Okay. So what is joining tables or combining tables? You remember we have our clinics table and our visitors table. If you observed well, in the clinics table, we have a clinic name, right? And a clinic number, okay? But in visits, we just have the clinic numbers. You remember, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. But in clinics, you had a name, okay? A name and a number for that clinic. For instance, in clinic's name, if you check well on your end, you have example of Gasabo Health Center, right? Gasabo. So, but if you go to visits, you cannot tell by name which clinic a visitor visited. Okay? You cannot tell, right? So how do you tell which clinic or clinic name a visitor visited? It is by, sorry, Okay. How do you know which clinic a visitor visited? It is by the number in the visits table and the number in the clinics table, which you combine to give you the name from the clinics table. You get? For instance, okay, sorry. For instance, if this is the, assume this is the visits table, okay? You remember it has a patient, okay? It has a patient, okay? It has clinic ID, clinic ID. So this clinic ID, this is the clinic that, sorry, this is the clinic that they, I'm struggling to, sorry. Let me use paint so that I don't confuse you. Let me share my entire screen and open paint. Okay, so assume, as you saw, we have the visits table and you have the clients table. Okay, the clinics table. The clinics table contains the clinic ID, which is labeled ID. We have the clinic name and some other details. Okay, this is the clinics table. Then you have the visits table. The visits table does what? It has, first of all, it has a visit ID, which is different from a clinic ID. So if you see ID here, it is the visit ID. But for clinic ID, it also has another ID called clinic ID. Okay, let me show you maybe in our tables if you can't, sorry. If you can't remember that, let me show you our tables. So this is our visits table, correct? In our database, right? This is our visit table. It has ID. This is the visit ID, which is different from the clinic ID. But this clinic ID, you can see it's the ID of the clinic. It references a certain clinic. You have a patient, Aline, age, reason, fee. But by this clinic ID, can someone tell me which, without looking into the clinics table, which clinic did Chantal visit? This Chantal, who is age 52 and who had malaria, which clinic? Can
You
someone?
can't tell because we only have the clinic ID, unless if we look at the other table.
Exactly. And they will not ask you to, for instance, you're presenting them to the minister when you work in the Ministry of Health, you won't tell them that, hey, Chantal came and visited clinic ID, but we don't remember which, or you say, for more details, look into the clinics table. Can you do that? Reporting to your boss. No, you can't. So what you do, you need to show that which exact clinic did this patient visit. But it's not in this table. However, we have a reference to that table, this one, okay? So that is where you need a join on that table to get the exact number, the exact name of that patient. Then at the end of the day, you have a table that contains all the information you need. That's why visits table, joins are important, okay? I hope everyone understands why we need the join. Correct? So with that, we are going to see the aspect of joining tables. What happens when you join a table and different join types? Because it just don't come and it just out of nowhere join a table. So who remembers this thing? Who remembers this concept? Who remembers this concept? Anyone?
That's intersection, I think.
The whole concept here, the whole concept in math.
They are called sets.
Right. This is a set, and a set, the whole thing is a Venn diagram, right? That represents two sets, set A and set B. Okay? So I'll be writing what? I'll be writing a connection between those sets, then you tell me which connection to shade. So if you remember the concept of sets, A intersection B, which area can I shade? I want to shade A intersection B.
So you shade the middle area where
This
A
one.
chair, yes.
A intersect this one, right?
Yes.
This is A intersection B. That is the elements in A and in both A and B. Okay, so if you have set A with elements 1, 2, 3, and 5, right? This is a set. And B, we have 2, 7, and 8. So what is A intersection B? What will be here?
Will be 2.
Will be 2 because it is shared by A. So here is 2. So A, okay, what about A, set A, just set A without B? Which area can I shade?
It's you will shade the left side where A in the A circle only without shade intersection.
Exactly. You've used the right word, the left side. Let me write it here. Okay? You'll see why I wrote it here. So how about B? B is the right side, right?
Yes.
It is the right side. Sorry. Right side. So what values are in the right side from this set? Can someone tell us?
7 and 8.
7 and 8. How about on the left?
3 and 5.
3. You've forgotten 1. 3 and 5. Okay. So how about, so there is A and there is B. There's A intersection B. There's also A union B. What is A union B? Anyone?
Yes,
A
those
union B,
are
it will
elements of
include those
A.
numbers.
Sorry?
They are
Someone is
elements of A or B.
elements of A or
B.
B. So that is elements here to the left, then intersection, then B, right? It either belongs to A or to B or to both A and B, right? So here, A union B, let me do this because it is a union. Here, the set will be 1, 2. Someone continue with me.
3.
3, 5, 7, 8.
3, 5, 7, and 8. We all remember this concept of sets, right? So this is exactly what happens when you're joining two tables. Take table A. Let's say table A is the clinics table. Okay. And table B is the visits table. Okay. So as you said, A will go clinic and visit are elements in both clinic and visit. Okay. A only are elements in clinic only, which is left, as you said, the left side. Okay. The left side of the Venn diagram. If it's the clinic table, that means it's A. So this left side, the A, when you want elements in just the left side, okay, what do? You do a left join. That is how it's called in SQL. If you want those on the table in the right, that is the visits only, what you do a right join. Okay. Who can guess what A intersection B in joins is? Just guess. There is no right or wrong answers. We will see which one is correct. Can someone guess? We have left.
Yeah, we do inner join.
Fantastic.
2.
Who else was talking? Inner join. Okay. Someone else had a different name. So who can now guess what A union B, this set, means? Someone else. The join of A union B. Guess anyone?
Join.
Yeah, it's a join, but what type of join? Just guess. These are all joins. We have inner join, which is intersection, left join, which is the table on the left side, right join, which is the table on the right side, then this one. Anyone? Anyone to guess? Just guess. You can say union join, right?
Join.
Sorry?
I think it's outer join.
Okay, who was speaking? Yeah, you're correct. It's called outer join. Do you understand this analog with sets? Inner join is the intersection of two tables, that is elements in both tables. Left join, you want the elements in A. Right join, you want elements in B. And outer join, you want all the elements. So you might ask yourself, if I want just the elements of A, why do I do a join? Yet I just want A. Okay? Maybe for inner join, it makes sense. You want only these, and they are in both tables. Why do I want left join just? It's the example of clinics and visits we were seeing. So I'm going to show you what that means with tables. So I'm going to delete this. Any question here? Any question on these sets? Okay, so I'm going to give you a few scenarios now. We see how we can go about them. I'm going to cut our tables. We said this is the clinics. Right? This is the visitors. Usually this should be longer than the clinics. So we have clinic ID. And name. Okay. Let's say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Let's say this is Gasabo. Okay. This is maybe Chichukiro. Chichukiro. This is Nyarugenge, right? Okay, Chichu. Chiro. So this is the table we have in a database that represents the clinics we have in Kigali. Let's say that. So we have the visits. So we have visit ID. This is visit ID. Let's call it visit ID. Then we have the clinic's ID. Okay. We have name of a visitor name. Okay. Let's say visit ID is 1. These are unique visits. They made maybe 5 visits. Then clinic ID, this person called Dan visited a clinic with ID 2 on a certain date. Another visitor, maybe called Eric, visited the same clinic. Okay. Then another visitor visited clinic number 3, and that person is, let's say, is called Grace. Correct? So you have these 2 tables at work. We also have someone else who visited the third, these visited the same clinic. This person is called Anne, and the other person is maybe called Peter. Okay, this visits table, what you do is when a visitor goes to a clinic, you enter them into a database using the name. And you can ask, why do they use numbers, not the exact name? Okay. So usually, can someone guess why? Why can't you say now, why don't you come and put here the exact name of the clinic? Why do you use the ID? Can anyone guess? Anyone?
Can you repeat the question?
You might be wondering.
I'm just thinking that we use ID so that we can refer to which clinic those people visit.
Sorry, which? We cannot hear you. So for those who did
I
not
was
hear,
just saying the reason we use ID, I'm just thinking the reason we use ID it will help us to refer which to know those clinic like early grace visit because like 2 is Kicukiro and 3 is Nyarugenge. Thank you.
yeah, so why can't we come here and say instead of clinic ID, we also do a clinic name in the visits table? We say Kicukiro, Nyarugenge, Nyarugenge, Nyarugenge. Can anyone guess?
Yeah, sometimes names are like long. In a data entry, it's always better to keep things short, I think. And also,
Excellent.
if they are typing, they have a list, a really long list, it can take a long time to complete that data entry.
Excellent. Excellent. So complete, that's one of the reasons. Instead of writing Nyarugenge, there are some people even don't understand what Nyarugenge means, right? So numbers can easily be referenced. That is one reason. Another reason which we will learn in Python is a concept called data types. What is a data type? A data type is a type of data, basically. So we will learn that in Python, but a number and a word, okay, maybe KB. These things take a different space in memory in your computer. So instead of having long numbers, this means you're using a lot of space when you are using long text like Nyarugenge. So in database optimization, one, to allow clear and accurate entry like Colette has said. Second, to make sure that you optimize. Okay, what is optimization? You make sure that the database, the table does not take a lot of space. So imagine you have thousands of rows, of columns, and millions of rows. So it consumes much more money than just using the numbers, just one number. It reduces a lot. So those are the two main reasons. The number one reason is to easily reference them. And then another main reason is cost. The cost of writing a full word in a database in terms of time and also space is high compared to just writing a number. So it's all about the money. You will learn that in Python, a concept called data types. Okay, so that is why eventually we use just numbers, not the words. But so how now, let's assume you want to write a report of, how many people, or just a list of people who visited Gasabo clinic, but we want to make sure that we have Gasabo in here, this column name. We want to make sure that we do not have the ID, but we want to know the exact name. So first of all, by using the concept of sets, okay, this is the left set, this is the right set. So if I want to know I want to preserve these, but maybe I want to know how many visits are in each of these districts. That means I want to reserve the whole of this table and add the number of visits per district. What join would I use? If I'm interested in all the clinics and I want to know the number of clinics, sorry, the number of visits in each clinic, which join would I use?
I think you will use left join.
Correct. We use left join. Why? Why?
Because we want to preserve the whole clinic table and add like one column
Exactly.
from the visit table.
Exactly. So that is, we are interested in the districts, all the districts. But what if we want, now we are not interested in the district, like on the report for districts, but we are interested in each visit. Want to know the visits, okay? But again, we want to include the name. Instead of the clinic, we want to report including the name. So we have to join these two tables, but we want to preserve the visit ID, which is the right table. Which join we need to use? Anyone? Anyone? It's obvious, eh? We will do a right join because we are no longer interested in the whole of this table. All we want is to have the names, but it doesn't necessarily mean we have these all of these districts. We just say, what is this district? It's Chichichiro. This Chichichiro, this Nyarugenge, Nyarugenge, Nyarugenge. So Gasabo won't be in this table, okay? So what happens now if Like in this table, you can see one district is missing. So if we do a right join and it is missing, it is not available. Yeah, it's not available here. What do you think happens? Or rather, let's say on the left join, we are interested in all the districts. So how many visits, how many patients visited Nyarujenje in the visits table? How many? Anyone?
One.
Let me clear. Nyarujenje is one. Let me
There are
clear.
three. There are three.
Let me clear this. We have three because the clinic ID is 3. So 3 people visited. Okay. Let's assume that these are different people anyway. Yeah, they are. Okay. So 3 people visited Nyarujenje. So we have 3. If we want the number of visits, okay, we want this report. Each district and the visits. And actually, these numbers, these numbers and IDs we use, they are for database people or data analysts, those who understand what it means. Like we said, why we use numbers. But when you're reporting, you won't come and say you give a report of ID what? No, you give just the name and the number of visits. They are not interested in these IDs. These IDs are for us analysts to better interact with the database. So let's say Nyarujenje has 3. Then Chichuchiro has 2. Okay. So when you're joining, the query comes and counts these. So it finds that there is no one that is corresponding to this table. What do you think happens when you do a left join? What comes here?
I think they will write NAR.
Excellent. There will be null, which means, in other words, empty. Okay? Correct? So that means, what does it mean? When you do a left join, you are literally saying, I want to preserve all the elements in the left table, those which do not have the corresponding items in the left table will have a null. That is the left join. Okay, the right join says, I will preserve all the elements in the right table. It's just not the IDs. It depends on what column you're interested in. So the one that has no corresponding item in the left, you add a null. That is left and right joins. So for inner joins, if we did a left join, we got this table, right? If we do an inner join, we will get this table, null, if we do a left join, and 2. If we did an inner join, the intersection, what would be the output? Can someone guess on this table? What if we do an inner join on these 2 tables? And we literally want the number of visits per district. What would be the output if we did an inner join? Anyone?
I think if we do an inner join, the law of Gasabo won't be there.
Excellent. So inner join is strictly the intersection. What does intersection mean? It means that it must be in both the two tables. So if it's not in the two tables, it will be eliminated. That means there are no nulls in an inner join. So you will have your report like this. Let me remove the ID. You have the name. You basically have this report, just Chichiro and Nyarujenje, right? If you do an inner join. So who can tell us why would you do a left join instead of an inner join sometimes? Because you see, if you did an inner join here is more clean, there is no null. But when do you think we would need a left join instead of an inner join? Anyone? Anyone? The reason is, yes, an inner join gives, it is very strict. The inner join is very strict, as you can see. It is very, very strict, right? So it's good when you are sure that you need just those elements where it's common, the common elements here. But in most cases, you will need a left join because you don't want to lose this data. Even though there is no data, in most use cases, you not want to lose this one, okay? For this particular report, I believe it would be okay for you to lose Gasabo because you're just interested in, maybe you already know which districts, you're just interested to know which ones were visited. But it can trick you to think that you only have two districts. Just because a district, sorry, a clinic, just because a clinic was not visited does not mean that it does not exist. And if you do an inner join, in that logic, you will think that you only have two clinics in Rwanda. Yet maybe there are three or even more, only that those that were visited are in the report. Same as the right join. So in most cases, you want to, especially, but of course, you would first understand what you need. If you need to preserve all these, just do a left join. If you need to preserve this, just do a right join. Okay. And again, left and right depends on what table you want to use. For instance, I can say my left table is visit, my right table is clinics. So I'll do depending on how you just need to understand what you're doing. If you decide that the visit table is your left table, that means you will do a left join to preserve the visits. But in most cases, you will need to preserve everything and then you do either a left or right join. But in some cases, you just need to be more strict and have the intersection. Okay. And let's see an outer join. So if I do an outer join or outer left join, because we can do a left outer join, that is a union of these on the left table. So what does it give us? Anyone? Okay, generally, what would an outer join give us based on the description of the sets?
I think outer join would give us the combination of these two tables and the visit. I think this column of visit ID would be combined with the column of clinic ID.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the cells that will be having nothing to put on, they will give us NAR.
Yeah, that's a very good description. But how about the clinic ID in the visits table? Where will it go? Okay, maybe I forgot to tell you something. When you're joining, what are you actually doing? You are joining these two tables, but you need a common column. And from the first session in the clinics table, what name can we give this clinic ID? Anyone? In database, how do we call this clinic ID in the clinics table?
Primary key.
Excellent. This is the primary key for the clinics table. Okay? It is the unique identifier of a clinic anywhere it is in other tables. So you can see here it's just the ID, but here is the clinic ID. So how do we call this clinic ID in the visits table? Which is exactly the same as this primary key in clinics. How do we call it if it's in another table?
A foreign key.
Fantastic. It's the foreign key. So what does primary key and foreign key mean again? The primary key is a unique identifier in a table A. So what does it mean identify? It means that if I use that ID or identifier, it can be a name, whatever column. But if I set it to be a primary key, that means I will reference it in other tables using the same name or ID. Okay, that's why when you're reading databases, you need to know what are the primary keys, what the foreign keys. So you can use a primary key to connect it to a foreign key in another table, which corresponds to that primary key. When you're joining, you join on these two keys. You get? That means if I come here and see the number one ID and come to this foreign key in visitors, I look for one, I don't see it, that means there is no this Gasabo district. You get the concept of primary keys and especially in joins. Is it clear? Hello? Is it clear that when you're joining, you use the primary key in one table and then you join it on the corresponding foreign key in another table? Because otherwise, how can you know where to join on? You need a common thing in those two tables. And the common thing is the primary key in one table and the primary key, the foreign key, which corresponds to that primary key. Understood? Okay, I assume we understood all this. So we are going to look into case statements before we dive into the practices. So what are case statements? They are just conditional statements. And most of these things, now that we are in a bit more intermediate SQL, most of these things will also appear in Python. Okay, what is a case statement? Who can just guess? Anyone guess? Let's say, who knows the IDs in Rwanda? When an ID has 16 digits, okay? And usually we have, if you're born in 1992, you have this, 92. This is your year of birth. What happens the next digit? If you're a girl, if you're a boy, a man, it's 8. If you're a lady, it's 7, right? So a case statement it's like if. It means in case you have the 6th digit as 8, automatically, if your ID has a 6th digit as 8, we can call you a male. Case 8, that is male. In case you have 7, it is assumed you are female. So what case does is it is a condition, and that condition helps in labeling data. Okay? By labeling, we mean, for instance, let's say in few conditions in the last tables, right? But let's go back to the customers table. The clinics table. We have ID, we have name, and maybe the output of after joining, we have also the number of visits. Okay, we'll see all this in practice. Right? So ID1 was Gasabo, ID2 was Chichichiro, ID3 was Nyarugenge. Here, NY, let me call it NY. Here we call it K. Here we call it G. We all remember this, okay? Here we had 0 visits. That is, the output was null after joining. Here was 2. Here was 3. Okay. Now we want to add in the reporting, we want to get only. No, we want to add a new column where those visited 3 times or more are popular. So we say 3 times or more, we call it popular. Okay? On a row level. Then less than 3, we call them maybe less popular. Remember how we used as last time? We would name a column as, here like as number of visits. But now we want to name each row on a cell level. That is why we use case condition. It's like an if. So if we set a condition and say a clinic that is visited more than 3 times is labeled as popular in a new column called popularity, then less, we have less popular. So if you do a case and say case, in case less than 3, you create a new column, and in case less than 3, you add popular. Then otherwise, or less than 3, you give it this label. So what will be your output? Your output you will have a new table with the new column like this. We have the ID, you have the name of the clinic and the popularity of the clinic, maybe the visits, and the popularity. You add a new column called popularity, and in popularity you say, so all the others remain unchanged. G, K, N, Y. Then this is null, which is literally like 0. This is 2, this is 3. So 3 or more, we label it popular. So the case statement comes and populates here popular, depending, it's like the if in Excel. But we also have if here, okay? So case when it is less than 3, it labels it less popular. So the case does label your data depending on the condition that you are giving it. Also this, because there is no corresponding visit, we say it's less popular. It can also as well be used to count. Sorry for the handwriting. It can also count if you want to know how many numbers, how many are less popular, for instance. In your report, they ask you how many are less popular. You say, in case visits less than this, then you count those visits. There are 2 that are less popular and 1 that is very popular. You just know how to use it. Once you know how to use it, you can do other any. Let me look at you. Daniela, no question?
No question, sir.
Let me. Kamanzi, I lost you. Did you come back? Is Kamanzi around? Kamanzi, I'll give him a special quiz for him to get the certificate. Eh? Kamanzi, Fabrice, make sure we give Kamanzi a special quiz to make sure he was.
Yes, I'm around.
Can't hear you.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, we now hear you. Yeah, it's okay. I wanted to make sure that Kamanzi, we are hearing Kamanzi. Any question? If
I'm facing some connection, but I'm around. Everything is okay. Yeah.
okay, John Goga.
Yeah, I'm around, sir.
Yeah. Any question before we move on?
For me, I miss last session. I'm planning with Fabrice to catch up and to revise all those links.
Okay, how about on this one?
This one is okay. It's under
Okay.
monitoring.
Okay, good. Yeah, so we are going to open our VS Code, right? Okay, I'm going to have our VS Code, go to our database, and then after that, we will have a short break. Then we now enter into writing queries. So I want us to open VS Code. This is day 4. Fabrice, did you share the folder for today? Fabrice? Do you people have you remember last time we were working with an MD file? Do you have the slides and the MD file? Anyone? Okay, no worries. We'll be using mine then, but we will need someone to present their screen. We want a volunteer to be presenting their screen so that they practice more. Who is willing to do that today? Anyone? No one. Who was participating today? I want Colette. Are you willing to do the practice while sharing your screen?
The question is, I'm using two devices. I don't know how to do it. One is for the video to follow, another one is for practice. So I think it will be difficult.
Yeah, to share your screen. Okay.
Yes, because
Who is willing to? No problem. Who is willing to share their screen after the break? No one.
So, or I can connect it to one, then I will see. I can change.
Okay. So one is Colette. The other one? Anyone else? Jonap. Yeah. The two people will be sharing the screen. So I'll make sure you have these files, and then you will share the questions. 3, 3. No, 3, 2. Yeah. So let's take a 10 minutes break, and then we will be back. Okay, we are back. Are we all ready? Are we all back? I can see 2 people are missing. Okay, Colette, are you able to share your screen?
So let me try.
Okay. Jonah will also be sharing soon.
So I have to end this. It was Hello, can you see my screen or it's not working? Great.
Do you have the questions?
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
I already opened the folder. I can't hear anybody.
We are here.
Okay, good. So I hope everybody is trying to open the folder, the file we are going to work with. How do I explain this? Oh, sorry. I don't know what. So we are in this folder. Were you guys able to open the questions we are going to work with? We go to File, Open, then check where, open folder, check where you saved your folder for today, day 4. Okay. Are we all here? We starting with question 1. So in question 1, we needed to show patient, reason, and clinics district for every visit. So we are in a Data Plus Bootcamp database. So I have the query. Let's open a new query. Maybe day 4. Okay, so we start indicating the database we are going to use. So we use, I called it Data Plus. Data Plus Bootcamp. This is the database which contain the tables we were talking about. We have clinics, visit, yes, tables. So we run. Do we want to answer this question? So show patient, reason. First, we need maybe to recall what we have in this table. Let me do this. So okay, let's check. Now we have in visit, let's say, this is awesome. So this is what we have in table or in visit table. Let's check if the information we are asked is there. We have ID, visit ID, clinic ID, patient. We have age. So what do we miss here? We miss, I think, the clinic's district. Yes. So, and in other table, in the clinic table, we have, in this we have district name in this clinic table. Okay. So the question I have, are we starting joining the tables now?
Yeah, so You've already identified the columns that we need from the visits and the clinics table, right?
From the visit, yes.
For every visit, they're asking us every visit.
For every
Which?
visit.
Yeah.
So it's the ID, visit ID. For every visit, we need this.
Yeah, so they told us they need which columns?
It's the ID column.
Patient, reason, and the clinic's district for every visit.
Okay, for every visit. I wanna check.
So you
So
can just list the patient, the reason.
yes. So we have the patient and the reason. Okay.
And the district.
And the district. We need to join because so I do left join. Let me do this. If I do left join, so I need it. Okay. It's a district.
Which common you join on the common column between the two tables.
And
Which
the,
is the common column?
oh, okay. Okay.
So we are getting the visits ID. Okay.
Yes.
But it does not contain the district. But to join the two tables, which is the common column there?
Yeah, there is a visit.
There's
This
visit
ID.
ID. There is clinic ID. Which one of the two is in both tables?
Okay, I think it's the clinic ID.
It's the clinic ID.
Yes.
In the visits ID, it's in the visits table. It's called.
It's ID. Okay, let me run
In the
again. In the visit, we have. It's also clinic ID.
It's clinic ID. In the clinics table, it's called.
Also, there is clinic ID.
First check its name. Is it the exact same name?
Okay, it's the ID.
It's ID, right? So you're going to pick the ID column from the clinics table and the clinic ID column from the visits table, right?
Okay.
So join. Okay, let me dictate it for you, okay?
Yeah, this one.
To say, yeah. So delete the left join. Your first, okay, you're selecting patient, reason,
And the
district. Okay, district so far, okay. From visits, okay. Now, there is this thing. If you say continue, visits, from visits on, after visits on, visits is clinic ID, equal, clinics.
Clinics.
How is the table is called? It's clinics, right?
On the clinic ID, the table is the clinics, yes.
The on Yeah, on clinic, on ID, on clinic, no.
Oh,
On
sorry.
visits on clinic ID equal, I think I am also, visits from visits on clinics, join clinic, sorry.
I join. This is join. We are joining visits.
No, it was from visits.
Okay.
Then
We
then
join.
join. Okay.
Yes.
Manurako on. Then join.
Join.
Before on.
It's before because on it's here.
Yeah, I just want it to
Okay.
on a new line for readability.
Okay, great.
Join clinic. Join clinic stable.
Clinics table.
On
Yeah.
ID. It's ID.
Right.
Equal on ID. Now there is something here missing. It's okay. It's okay there, right? It's on. So if you can see well, you cannot know how does the database know that the patient column is from the visits table, the reason column is from the visits table, and the district column is from the clinics table. How
Yes.
does it know, right?
Okay.
For it to know, you're going to give it what we call an alias or a short name for each table. From visits, say C, V. From visits,
You mean here?
space V. That
Okay.
is called an alias or a nickname for V. There.
Yeah,
V.
from a visit.
Yeah, V.
Small V.
Yeah. Then clinic C. It's just the name you give them. It's a nickname. Clinic C.
Okay, see.
On. Then C, the ID should be the clinic ID. It's the matching column from the clinics table.
So I do this. No, why?
Yeah. C. So on C dot I, it's not ID dot C, it's C dot ID. So that is C, it already knows dot ID, then V dot clinic ID.
Why is this blue? It will not work. Okay, so we
Clinic
can
C on C dot ID. No, it should. Okay, just run it, we see what happens.
okay. Two patient. Oh, it works.
Yeah. So what is happening here? We are taking the patient, the reason, from the visits table. So by the way, there should be an error because so there would be an error that if maybe so assume, let me ask you a question. If both tables had a column called patient, what would happen?
If both have a patient,
Yeah. The database would not know which one to use.
yes.
So that is why you need to specify which table is patient from, just like you identified on ID. Which table is district from?
Okay, so everything I select, I have to specify from here.
Where from which table? Yeah.
Okay, so
No, not from. Just V dot. Just like you say C dot ID. It knows that I am using the ID from C, the clinics table.
okay, like a C dot.
Okay, run that and you see. C dot
Will
patient.
will it work? No.
It will tell you a
Unknown.
known column because You're trying to get the patient column from the clinics table.
What if I do this? Will it work? Oh yeah. Okay. Let me see.
Exactly. So now let's understand this output. Okay. We are saying we preserved. So the tricky thing is there is no, you cannot tell. Okay, manuka turebe. Okay, Kicukiro. The problem is that we have all the districts, but assume in the visits table we didn't have Kicukiro. What would happen?
This will be like empty. There will be must be null. No information.
So actually, if there wasn't Kicukiro, the whole of those rows, Patrick vaccination, Kicukiro, Solange maternity, there would be nothing. We would just have the others. All those would disappear. Can you guess why?
You mean all information, even the reasons, or
Yeah, even
only
the
on
reasons
this?
and patient.
Oh.
Can you guess why?
And we were okay. The join. Maybe it is considering the inner join or what?
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. Very good. So when you do just join, you
Yes.
are doing an inner join.
Okay. So
Okay,
we
by
have,
default,
if we need left join, we have to specify left.
you need to specify left join. As simple as that.
So, okay. I hope everyone understands this.
If someone doesn't understand, I can ask you a question.
So we move to the second question.
Does everyone understand this?
If no question, it's yes. So for this, we raised the patient. Okay, let me copy. So this is the patient. We provide the patient and the clinic name who visited clinics in Nyarugenge. The question I have here, if I have already joined, do I have to rewrite again this? Is there a way to save maybe this joint table so that I can see?
Man, hey, you're ahead of us, eh?
No, I
That's
mean,
that's the next lesson.
okay, good.
But for now, let me show it to you because you're interested. Sorry guys if we disturb you. I'm going to show her how you can save that. Go up before the select. You want to use that table, right?
Yes, yes.
Before select. No. So say wait. So there's something called CTE, Common Table Expressions, right?
CTE.
Yeah, no, right? No, we'll learn about CTEs later.
Okay, yeah.
Just write, how do we, with, capital letter, yeah, with, Then say patient visit summary as a name.
Visit summary.
Yeah, just
Oh,
this name,
okay.
visit summary. As, then brackets. Yeah. Open
Yeah.
that and then close it after the query. Yeah, like that. Then remove the, yeah. Nice. So run it. Where is the limit? Let's see with visit summary as select V from visits left join. Now that should work. With visit summary, let me check why it's not
For this
working.
as oh.
That should work.
Just another check.
So, okay,
Maybe as is it
actually works, right? No, it works as the way you had written it.
before.
Yeah, as, just undo.
Oh, as.
No, with visit summary as, just the way you had written it. Then that is called a common table expression. It helps you to save that. So select, do select after that,
After that,
after the whole query. Yeah, down.
here.
Yeah. No, close. Then do
Like it.
select. No, I think you shouldn't close. Before
Should-
closing, yeah, just remove the column.
The semicolon. Okay.
Then down. So you have saved the table. Now select all from visit summary from your saved table and see what happens.
Visit.
Then close. Then run that whole thing. Limit. What's that limit?
She forgot from.
From. Oh,
Oh,
from.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Exact. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah. You see, you can save them. You can use that visit summary as your
Yes.
table.
Yes.
But that's a bit advanced, okay? We shall cover that
Okay, in the coming
tomorrow,
session.
what we call a CTE and subqueries.
Okay.
Then there is a lot to cover, but you can see you can save that. And for instance, do select patient from visit summary.
Okay, yeah. Select patient from patient visit summary.
Can you see?
No, it's not.
Select patient.
Select the patient from. And delete the patient in this step.
Oh, no. So you are, no, use, so a CTE is usually used one. So do select, from that select all, just change the all to patient.
Yeah.
Up, the first sentence there, select all. Up,
Select oh up.
yeah. Yeah, select all from visit summary. Instead of all, do select patient.
I don't get you.
Hasi dore after the city. There.
Yeah.
Yeah, select patient instead of all.
Okay. This was the name to rename the table.
Yeah, you rename and save that table. We shall learn how to save tables, right? And what it means to save the tables tomorrow, actually tomorrow. So
Okay, got it. I can do it. Okay, thank you. But for the now, we remain this. Yeah, it's okay. So
yeah,
we go to the
let's
next
continue to
question.
the next question. Yeah.
So we needed to list patients with their names who visited clinics in Nyarugenge. Sometimes I forget which table we need. So we also join,
Yeah.
From the table we have a patient, and we also have, we need a patient name. Okay. So we select, guys, let not me do it alone. So what do we select?
Let others tell us.
We need the patient and the clinic name and also the district. We have from visit, we have a patient, and from clinics, we have the patient name and also the district.
So we need patient and clinic name.
Patient and name, patient name, and the district. That's what we need. Oh, it's the clinic name.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
Nyarugenge. So we will need the patient and the clinic name from those in Nyarugenge. So what are we going to do? Patient is in the visits table. Clinic name is in the clinics table.
All of them. We only need to add the district. First, we need the patient. We need a clinic name. Is it a clinic name?
So you're going, now you know the alias, right? The
Yeah.
nickname. Know where each column comes from and then join on that.
Patient. This is from visit. Why is this blue? Okay, so first we need from What do we get from here? Only the patient. And everywhere I think there is a patient too. So from a visit, I only need the patient. So I do. So we do from. That is the key, primary key. So again, the primary key is the clinic ID. So I need a patient from the visit table. Patient from visit table.
On which common column? From clinics V patient. Okay. So the first, when you say from, that is your left table, right?
The left table, yes.
Yeah. So you're doing the left join on
The clinics because it has more information. And the common primary key, okay.
The common column is the same column, is clinic ID from the clinics table and from the visits table and ID from the clinics table.
Because how am I going to get the patient? I need
Now first run that and we see the output.
okay.
You see if we'll see if we can filter
I
that.
already have the patient.
So we have the name, the patient, but for all the districts, right? Correct?
But how? Okay, I got it. Yeah, I was confused. So now I have
Now
to
do
fill
a
it.
filter. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so
It's telling you, you see how it was recommending you. First delete the districts and see. To where, then space. No. Delete D.
did.
Yeah, delete D. It was recommending, okay, you're doing a mistake. Okay, continue, no worries.
Oh, okay.
You remember, yeah. How does it know the district is from which table?
Okay, district. Oh, have to check.
It's in the clinic
Maybe.
step.
Let's see. Clinic district.
You see, it knows that.
We want Nyarugenge, it's one.
Excellent. You can see now.
No, I saw Nyamirambo. Oh, yeah.
It's the clinic name. If you want to verify the district, add it in the columns.
District. Clinic district.
You can see.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, that's a very good one.
Question.
This is a very good push-up.
Any questions? Hello. Hello, guys. Okay, so any
So we are
questions?
going to allow, there is someone else, Navana.
Yes.
Navana was also to, we are remaining without many questions.
Let's check.
Total fees,
1, 2.
3. Okay, do the third one. We will do the last two because I believe they're a bit hard.
The total fees. Let's do it together. I think it's wrong. Okay, so what did we have?
Total fees per clinic name. Work it with the others.
Sorry.
Give me a minute. People, please collaborate with that and we see how we can solve.
Yeah. So we need the total fees.
Point, you can, if you understand the V's and the C's, you can even use ChatGPT. But if you do not understand what join means, please don't. Like Colette, I allow you to use ChatGPT, but if you want to, if you don't, you can do more push-ups. The others, wait.
Okay, so total fees per clinic. Oops. Okay, so the fee is in visit. Okay. So what are we? Okay. Visit name. No, clinic name. We need the clinic name. We need the song. So should we first join?
Maybe name it. Name it.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, continue on the some visit fees as maybe I see total fees. I think it's total fees.
Total visit fee. Like this one.
Yes, yes, yes.
Here we need to do some grouping. But we first needed to join.
Yes, maybe we first join and then we group. Maybe continue as you did there above. Maybe from clinics, see, then we do left join visits, the same thing. I think the same IDs are the same.
Today it's a difficult topic, challenging. So what are we joining? We join.
I think you join the same thing. Join the same thing from above.
We join visit. Let's try and see. We join it to clinic. They share the ID column. Clinic ID.
First run it and see.
Doesn't exist. Okay. This name.
Look at the name of the table, clinics.
Yeah.
How you've written
At
it.
the last you wrote clinic.
I wanted the
Clinics.
clinic name. The clinic name, it's from clinics. I wanted this name so that I can get this clinic's name.
From which table?
From clinics. Oh, okay, I see there are two. It's here, sorry. I wanted to only see. Oh, still no.
See, from which table are you selecting?
I'm selecting names from clinics. Clinics table.
You've written it. See how you've written it. Read the error they are telling you. What are they saying?
Oh, doesn't. In Data Plus, the clinic. Okay, yes. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't see. Aggregation means.
Without group by.
Yeah, I wanted the first to check whether it works. This difference. I pushed it. I can only see. Okay, the clinic's name.
I think the instructor just gave us a hint. He said something of group by, I think.
Yes, we need to group by. So the question it asks total fees per clinic name. So we group by the name, clinic name. We need it to order. I enter, then it brings something else. Yes.
First run it and see.
Clinic name.
No, you had removed the other semicolons on vClinic ID.
Yes, thank you very much. Awesome. So we wanted to group it by clinic name. Okay. Now we need the total visit.
Highest
Is this
with the
from
highest
the
total first.
yeah. I forgot to order. Then we order by total visit. Visit. Nine.
You need to know how order by. So order by default.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot the odd. Maybe. Let's see.
Excellent.
This is the highest. Yes.
Yeah. So there's something I want you to note. A few things before we go to the next
Yes.
exercise. Okay.
Yes.
First of all, they said they highlighted that every clinic must appear. Okay. So go to the table you have seen. The output.
One has none.
One has none.
I saw it some. I don't know how to hide. Oh, hide. Yes, this.
Deltarama Health Post. Why do you think it has now on the total fee? Visit fee. Is it because it's 0? Now do an inner join. Instead of left, do an inner join.
Okay, inner join.
Just do join or inner join.
If I do this.
Okay, run.
Okay, it goes. It disappears.
Just disappears. You see, that's why they said make sure that every clinic must appear. If you do an inner join, that means that clinic was missing something. Maybe it was not visited. If it was not visited, with an inner join, it just disappears. But now they hinted you, gave you a hint and said, make sure that every clinic does what? Does appear.
Yes.
Yeah. So an inner join is very strict. If you are not visited, you won't be here. But a left join, it preserves the visits table, the clinics table, sorry, because
Yeah.
it's on the left. Now you understand the inner and left join.
Me, I understand now. I
Okay.
didn't understand.
Another thing, someone is asking. Does anyone have a question here?
think nobody has a question. Okay, so you wanted to add something? Hello?
Sorry, I was on mute.
Okay. I mean, you wanted to... Oh. How do I go? Oh, let's see. I don't know what I did, but yes, that's here. So you wanted to add something?
Yeah, so delete from these two. How can I highlight? Delete all the lines until left. Yeah, from left join.
Okay. I delete everything.
Yeah. Then run. Close and run.
Oh, sorry.
Also remove the C. Run. You can as well, okay, remove the sum, that name, the middle one. Okay, add the C
Oh.
dot name.
It's a specify C.
Okay, so it runs, right?
Yes. It brings the clinic's name.
Yeah, so right. Oh, there's something I want to show you. Okay, remove the C from clinics.
I remove the C.
No, just keep that. Run. Okay. Column C dot name does not exist. What do you think it gives you that error?
From clinics, there is, if I say select this column as it is, C dot name, it doesn't exist in these clinics because I only have like name.
Yeah.
The column is just name, not C dot name.
Why do you think it happens?
It happens because I didn't put that alliance here, so it will not recognize it.
It won't. So usually, I want to show you something. I want to show you how the order of execution of SQL queries, why it happens, okay? So when you run a query, you see
Yes.
you write select,
Yes.
but if you removed from, what happens? From where?
If I removed this line, you mean?
Yeah, and close.
So, yes. So select, it will not know where.
Where?
Exactly.
So what does that show? It shows that actually Even though you write select before from is executed before select.
Okay.
You get?
From, yes.
So when you write select c dot name or select all, select is done. It is you see that order. It is almost the last one. Okay.
It is
You do everything, even when you do the join, go back, do Control Z. Even when you do the join, select comes later, like before order by. Continue. So there's what we call order of execution of SQL queries. Yeah, there. So actually what happens, it comes and does from clinics, it goes to the clinics table, then it does the join, it groups. After grouping, that's where it goes back to select. So
okay.
that's even why it can know that c.name is from clinic C. Otherwise, if it started from app.c.name, it would ask you what is C, because I don't know about C, right?
Yes.
But what actually happens behind the scenes is it just comes here from clinic C. Then now it knows C. That's why it selects c.name and it knows it. So when you write select c.name, that's not how SQL queries are executed. It starts from, then join, then group by, then having, if it's there, then it now selects. Selecting is just, you have the output, you just want to get the columns only. It's not like it's done fast.
Okay.
Yeah, so over to you, unless someone is, I know some people might be confused, but they don't ask. But if you can dare to ask, yes, Gael.
According to, I want some clarification on that order of execution. After from, is there any particular order that we have to follow? For example, if you start from order by and then group and then join later, does it have any effect?
Exactly. That's a very good question. Yes. So for instance, do I'm trying to say, let me see. So for instance, try to join on where, okay, try to do group by name, then add where.
After, okay.
Oh, that would work because it goes to, yeah, right where on the same line. Try where c.name is equal to Nyarugenge. Oh, no, Kachiru Health Center. It's there, right? Copy the name. You see, you're trying to execute group by after where. Sorry, before where. So it does not near where. You see, it throws an error. There.
Yes.
But if you do having, now run. You see, it works.
Okay.
So what does that mean? You see, from the execution flow I've given you, where comes before group by. So when SQL sees where, it skips the group by and looks for where.
Okay.
So for instance, put that having by before group by and see what happens.
Before group by. Okay.
Yeah. And it's filtering. You see? Doesn't
Yes.
work.
Yeah,
But,
it doesn't.
but
If we
replace it
put
with
where,
where.
then it will work.
Now it will first filter and then groups later, as expected.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen Gael?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so that's why the order of execution is important for you to not to have a lot of errors. So over to you, Nabana, for the
Okay.
last
Thank
two
you
questions.
very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much, colleague.
Thank you
Thank you.
too. That is the shadow. I should stop. Oh.
Hello.
Hello, Jonah.
I think people are really tired. I see you still have some many push-ups here.
Yeah.
I think you should you should put money on these push-ups. I think people will be will be cooperative next time. So do you go to this one? Count the visits per age group. Child, adult, senior. Combine the case above with group by. It's pretty tough. So we select what then? A disclaimer, I have an AI here, but but I don't know if this is true. But we'll work together and see if this is true. I don't know if we will have to remove it first and then we.
No, it's okay. Because we are tired, and the joins were.
I don't know if the joins are true, then we have to first.
Yeah. You can just try to explain to us what the AI has done for you.
Okay. Let me explain from what I'm understanding. It's giving me first, the question was first, count the visits per age group, child, adult, senior. So we group them by the child, adult, senior, the age groups. Combining case above with group by. So this is the kind of query that you talked about, case statement, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like if we group case, they're saying when. I thought they would say if, but they're saying when.
Yeah, in case when, yeah, not if. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We say when.
Then.
Okay. They're saying the visit age. We have the age in the visit column. Maybe they have thought that sorry. What did I do here? Okay. So they're saying here the age less than 18 years, then that could be called child. When the age is between 18 and 64, then that's an adult. Else, I think this kind of queries that trying to mean that other remaining will be called senior. So we end, I think it's another query that maybe the end as age group. So we name that column as that age group, child less than 18, adult 18 and 64, then others, the remaining age groups will be senior. So the other thing they said, we have to group by, and we count the visits. So we count their visits, but I didn't see group by. Let me see. Okay, it's continuing. From visits, we count from visits. That's true. We group by age group. So meaning here, we'll count the visits from the visit column and we'll group by the age group. Let me see if this connects. Okay. So they have grouped the age groups, adult, child, and senior. We might add order by, right? If it's possible. Order by visit count. Okay. Descending, then from the senior. So most of the age group were the adults, the child, and then the senior. Okay. So any question?
Joseph, wait a bit. Can you go to Google and search case statement SQL?
Case statement SQL.
Yeah, on Google. While you're sharing your screen, we all want to see the syntax.
Are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Case study, sorry, case
Statement.
statement. So it's a long thing. So they are saying here the case statement in SQL lets you add conditional logic.
We cannot see your screen. Share. You have shared one window.
Okay. You see my screen now?
Yes. Down. Case statement let's read why. Lets you add conditional logic inside queries similar to if else in programming languages. It evaluates conditions in order and returns the first matching result. Let's see the syntax. Simple case. It says case expression when value 1. So when age group is above this age, then name. Else, a default result, then end. This is the syntax. The end is not a different query. That means every case expression has a when, then, and end. Maybe not else, because else is for default values. So every case, you write case expression when value, you see. So you can read about the case statement. Of course, the AI does it, but okay. So let's go to the last one. I hope you're saving all those queries.
Okay. So are you seeing my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So we do this, there are like 3 push-ups left. Which one should we do? We do them all?
Which one? Calculate the total fees.
I don't know if it's this one or...
Did that we did.
Okay.
Down.
I think it's this one, calculate the total fees per district.
We did that.
We already did for one district, I think. We didn't group by, did we?
So the total fees by district.
Finally.
Sorry about that. So the question says calculate the total fees per district join visits to clinics group by district, highest first. So they are telling us to show the districts with the highest fees. So we do select here. Sorry for that. Just for see what. So the key terms here, there's a total fees per district, joint visits to clinics, grouped by districts. So we know districts are in visits and know the fees are in clinics. So they're telling us, so we take the C clinics from the districts and the sum of the visit fees as total fees. That's true. Then we take it from the visits column. After taking from visit column, we have to join. Sorry. So we have to join left join of the clinics the same as we did earlier. The visit clinic ID equal to the clinic ID in the column of clinics. So after it, they said group visits, group by districts. So after, you have to group by the districts, column of districts, order by the total fees from the highest first. True. I think we should run this. Okay, they are giving us the districts, Gasabo, Nyarugenge, Kicukiro, the total fees from the highest to the lowest. I think we've covered everything. Yeah. The main thing was to join the clinics with those common primary and foreign keys. They told us from the visit clinic ID and the clinic IDs. Then the other things were to group the districts and order by to see the highest first. I think that is it. So, anything else? I think people can't wait to log out. I think this was the last one. This was the last one, huh? I think the last thing is to save. Let me show you guys. File, I think. Save as. So this new query, let me see where it is. Screenshots. No. Let me move it to the by data analytics, data bootcamp, storage. So I've saved it. I think others who have done this I save it also. So that's it from my end. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Does anyone have any question? Of course, these are heavy push-ups, yeah? But you can keep practicing. Okay. Yeah, so if there are no questions, we can give out these 5 minutes. And then please keep practicing these exercises. Every day you have exercises. Tomorrow we look into how to save tables. If you have big queries, what do you do to make your queries readable? Then on Thursday, the final day for SQL, we'll do a small mini project for SQL to use everything that we've learned as a final push-up. All right? But please, for every day, go and try every exercise. That's how you will master SQL and become a good data analyst. So without further ado, let's complete this and call it a night, unless anyone has a question. Okay, bye everyone.